Okay, well, we decided to put your diet to the test. We picked two viewers, and I don't know if people remember, they were Una and Mary. And let's start with Una. She tried lots of diets over the years and none of them had worked. She suffered from bloating, always felt tired and suffered from bad moods. Before we meet her again on the sofa, let's remind you of why she needed Patrick's help.
Hi, I'm Una Murray. I'm 36 years of age. I have been overweight for most of my life, for as long as I can remember anyway. It does hold me back for different reasons. Crunchy nut cornflakes, sugar-based cereals. I'm kind of a really sweet tooth and I don't like a lot of the healthy cereals. I bought fruit and fibre. It's probably out of date by now because I haven't managed to get through it. I'll tell you what I do, right? I will stock up on my healthy foods. I'll have fruit in the fruit bowl, which is thrown out on a weekly basis. After dinner, I always feel like something sweet. So I'd go for a biscuit or a chocolate bar or something like that.
I think you're actually addicted to sugar in one form or another.
Do you want to step up there, Una, and keep your thighs apart, arms out from your body, and as still as you can. That's grand if you want to step down. So that's great considering the weekend you've had. So half a kilo.
When you joined us 6 weeks ago, you were 17 stone, 3 pounds.
Yeah.
Okay, how are you doing today?
So I'm down to 15-12.
Step on the scales and see how you've been getting on. How did you find this week?
It was okay. Yeah, it was quite good.
Another good week for you?
I just don't want to have a step back. I've been doing so well. And yeah, Mary's right, it has slowed a little bit because I was losing on average about £3.5 a week and now it's down to about £2.5 a week.
And Una joins us now. That was in the run, the last piece we saw there was just in the run up to Christmas. How did you get over Christmas? Because Patrick had said, right at the top, Patrick, you said, diet should go out the window at Christmas time.
Yeah.
It's a hard time, yeah.
Did yours go out the window?
It didn't actually. And coming close to Christmas, initially I'd kind of been determined to do 2 days and maybe New Year's Day, and the rest of the time I was going to stay on track. But it got a little bit harder then, and as I reached Christmas, I knew, there was lunches and stuff the week before, and then I realised, Jesus, I'm not even there yet, and then...
Yeah. So,
yes, it lasted for about 2 weeks. But what I didn't do was let the whole week, 2 weeks. So if I had a day where I was out or a meal or whatever, that's fine. The next day I'd follow the diet. And I did that for the most part, except for when I was out, I had something on. Christmas was okay. My dinner was fine. I just didn't have as much potatoes as I normally would. I had less gravy than I normally would. The rest was pudding I'm not mad about anyway. Had ice cream. So there were choices that I could take that didn't do too much damage. I fluctuated a little bit, but at the most I probably was up 2 pounds for that. Yeah. It was fantastic. Yeah, I was very pleased. And I got back into it very quickly and got that £2 off and continued to lose then.
How did you find the diet in general over the 3 months?
Fantastic. Absolutely amazing. Compared to anything I've ever done before, it was the easiest. And I say easy because it just didn't feel like a diet. And it's something I can do long term, I know that. And I'm not saying I've been perfect. I have had my little kind of days or weekends where I've blown it, but it's easy to get back into on the Monday. Other diets, once that's gone, you just don't feel that confident about getting in. You kind of think, it's not working. But this, I know it's working and I know how good I feel on it. So I'm determined to get back into it when I've had a slip.
How quickly did the food cravings go away initially?
Well, as I said the last time, Patrick had said 3 to 5 days, and I was a little bit sceptical about that. I thought that was because it was something that had been with me for years. But I'd honestly say within the first 5 to 7 days, those cravings were gone.
Wow.
Definitely. So not a sugar addict anymore?
No, no. Yeah. And I think you hit the nail on the head when you said that, all right, because you can see. I mean, I recently had a 2-week period where I did blow a little bit, but, and like that, it was the white bread, the biscuits, and I realised once you start eating those, the cravings, you're just constantly hungry. And it was probably a good thing that I had that 2 weeks in the middle of this, because it reminded me of how quickly you can go back to the cravings ruling you as opposed to having control.
And one of the
over
things we gave Una was a supplement of chromium, and chromium really does reduce sugar cravings quite dramatically. So that helps along with the diet.
That's just a herbal supplement you can get, is it?
Yeah, it's an essential mineral. It makes insulin work better, so it's a totally natural substance. It's very inexpensive. And basically, there are placebo-controlled trials. They show you lose more weight, you crave less sugar, you crave less fat, and your mood improves as well. And that was actually one of the issues we wanted to work on, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because this low GL diet doesn't just help with the weight loss, it does so many other things. Did you find that your energy levels were back up?
Incredibly so. I mean, initially when I came here, I was falling asleep during the day. Okay, that actually frightened me for someone so young. It did. It was quite scary because I had no control over that either. But obviously within that first week, that has never happened to me. I've never been in that situation where during the day I feel like I have to have a nap. So yeah, it's amazing, and I have much more energy. I've come home from work and mopped the floors where when I'd come home from work before, I'd be just ready to hit the couch.
And I know when we were speaking, you said that sometimes you had asthma, you had this left knee pain, you get these mood dips, and of course the sort of sugar and stimulant cravings. So how are they?
Well, my knee has been fantastic. I've been doing spin cycling twice a week as well. So after the first 6 weeks, I got into that, and I'm completely addicted and I did that years ago, and it just took so much out of me that I hated going, and then I gave it up shortly after that. But I actually love it now. I feel really good after it. It doesn't kill me the way it used to. I thought my knee might be a problem when it hasn't been. And in fact, that 2-week period I refer to as over the period my mother died in early January, like that, we were living on sandwiches and biscuits for 2 weeks. There was no cooking being done, and of course takeaways thrown in. My knee started to bother me then, for the first time since September. So it just shows that it must be indicative of the food that I'm eating. So
well, you used to say you've always blocked up, like sinuses and the breathing and all that.
Completely improved. Well, improved probably about 60 or 70%. I would say it's not completely gone.
When you joined us, Una, last September, you were 17 stone, 3 pounds.
Yeah.
Okay, now we have the results here.
Here it is, folks.
Drum roll there. Do we have a drum roll first?
Okay.
Martin's going to reveal.
Una, give me. Not on cue. Started out 17 stone, 3 pounds. Now, 14 stone, 11 pounds. So you've lost 2 stone, 5 pounds, which is fantastic, because as she just referred to just a second ago, she was well on target, and then just a couple of weeks back, your mum passed away. So naturally, there was a blip there. We can understand. You explained sandwiches, tea, and we're very sorry to hear about your mum's passing, by the way. Was she supportive of what you were doing?
She was brilliant. Yeah, she had dementia as well, so every couple of weeks she said to me, "Oh my God, you look like you've lost weight. You look great." And she'd forget then, but she was definitely supportive and thought it was fantastic, and she enjoyed kind of seeing me look better and in better form.
Okay, well, you fell short of the 3 stone, the target that was set.
But you had been on target.
I was bang on. I was 3 or 4 pounds off my early January. I would have.
The 3 stone target is to lose 2 pounds a week, and most diets say you want to lose a pound a week. So we were like doubling. I think you did really, really well.
I think you did.
33 pounds in total.
Wow.
Congratulations, Una. Well done, and thanks for coming along this journey with us on the morning show. Now let's meet your compadre.